Well, hello there, friends. Another fantastic recipe that reminds me of my mom. You know, my mom was an amazing cordon bleu chef. I don't know what to call it, to tell you the truth. It's not a shepherd's pie. It's not a cottage pie. It's a ratatouille shepherd's pie. Maybe that's the name we're gonna give it to it. It's amazing. And it's got my famous mashed potatoes, smooth as silk with it. I got some underneath, I got some on top of it. And I'm telling you, it's beautiful because you can make it in advance. It's a lot of mise en place, but it's worth the trouble. I promise you you're gonna do it. Remember, friends, I promise you you're gonna do it. I promise you you're gonna like it. You're gonna love it. I know you're gonna do it. Remember, thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to ring that bell. I'm glad you're here. Stay tuned. We're doing it right now, friends. Okay, friends, well, lots of mise en place, meaning putting everything ready in advance before you go. I'm going to go over the ingredients in a minute, but I want to make sure then, because before I start the camera, I want to make sure that my fry pan are ready so we don't wait. We got a pound of spicy Italian sausage. That's the way my mom used to make it, but you can make it with beef, with pork, with lamb, with whatever makes you happy. And 2 big onions. And then I'll go over the other one because I got to get going. Now, which one goes first, the onion or the sausage? Onion is always number first unless there's bacon. The sausage is kind of like bacon. Eh? It's kind of like bacon. People are going, no, it's not. I agree. But it's pork fat. We're going to use the pork fat to saute our onion. Okay? So I got it right there. It's going. I thought it was hotter than what it is. Let me go over the ingredients, my friends. All right, so I got 1 red bell pepper, dice, fairly small. 1 green bell pepper, dice, medium small. Medium small, that's a new measurement. I'm coming up with a new measurement. I got 2 yellow squash. One of those little thing of about a 3/4 of a pound of cherry tomato that I cut in half. I got a 1.5 cups of tomatoes, chopped tomatoes, Saint-Marsan tomatoes. I squeeze them with my hands. And 2 zucchinis. I'm going to show you how to cut it. I got 1 eggplant. We're going to cut it together. I have a little bit of basil. I keep it, I put it on a paper towel when I cut the basil, my friends, so then it stays moist, you see? Right there, chopped basil. Otherwise, it gets dry really quick. Couple of tablespoons of garlic, if you with a measure, okay? Don't measure. Fresh thyme, about a tablespoon of fresh thyme, and we're going to put a little bit of herbe de Provence. That's a ratatouille provençal. We got to put herbe de Provence, huh? And so we're going to. We probably certainly could do everything in one pot at home, but not exactly practical. I'm going to do it in 3 pots because it's a lot faster for me. I'm waiting for my oil to be 365 and it's not there yet, but it's getting close. See if I turn the burner a little faster, it'll go. And I'm going to saute the vegetables because the zucchini and the squash and the eggplant, they get a lot more flavor if you caramelize them a little bit on the outside. You get a lot more flavor. Same here with the sausage, eh? Like I say, you can use ground beef, you can use ground pork, lamb, whatever it is, but if you got a place where you can buy good spicy Italian sausage, I'm going to make a video on it. I'll show you how to make it. It's not complicated. Oh, hey, you, come back over here. To get the right mix, what meat do you use, what flavoring you use to make it, we're going to make a video on it, friends. All right, so let me check the heat to make sure I'm at the right heat, and then I'm going to put this. Oh, mamma mia, I'm ready. All right, so the zucchini goes in here, the squash goes in here, and we're going to put a little bit of salt. The salt will help us get rid of some of that water in there, and a little bit of black pepper. And the zucchini, we're going to wait a little bit. Let's wait a little bit. Let me show you the, as soon as there's enough caramelization on the sausage, I'm going to put the onion, okay? And I took the sausage out of the casing, and I just break it down like this. And then when we have enough fat, we'll put the onion, and we caramelize those two together. If you only want to do it in one pot at home, which I don't blame you, you can do this. But as soon as the onion and the sausage are nice golden brown, you want to take them out. So the eggplant, friends, you can certainly leave the peel on the eggplant. I like it in a small dose, so you know what I do is I peel it so I just leave a little bit of eggplant skin. If the skin doesn't, if you don't mind, just leave it on there. You know, I take a little bit of it out. Okay, doesn't really matter how I do it. I like it in small dose. That's all. I don't like when there's too much skin of the eggplant. Some people say it tastes good. That's their opinion, not mine. I don't think it tastes good. Look, I want to show you. In a minute, you're going to see. See the zucchini, the squash, you can see it right here in the pan, my friends. You see the caramelization right there? See right there? Jack is probably going to go in there with a camera and show you. You see? And then we're going to put the zucchini. We're going to put them at the same time, but I want to put the eggplant here. I got to slow down the heat. I just want to get some nice caramelization in there, friends, okay? Trust me, it makes a big difference. All right? So now the eggplant, all we're going to do, friends, we're going to cut it in slices. See? Just the slices. And then we're going to take the slices and we're going to make some long julienne. And the long julienne, we're going to cut them in dice. It's really simple, huh? See, everything we do is simple. Huh? When you think about it, cooking, people make it more complicated than what it is. It's nothing complicated. Anybody can cook. I'm telling you, some people just too serious about cooking. It's cooking. It's not rocket science. Eh? I was talking about rocket science. I better get going. Look, I'm putting the onion because the sausage have released enough fat, my friend. You see? They have released enough fat. Now we're going to caramelize all this. And all this is going to be happy together. This is fantastic, my friends. You're going to love this. See, this is like my mom's version of a shepherd's pie in Provence using the ratatouille. You see the beautiful color? Look. Look at this, my friends. You see the color right there? This is what we're looking for. All right? Hopefully we can do the same with the eggplant. Eh? Let me continue, and then we're going to put some moisture in there. In a minute, we're going to put moisture. Hey, you. I cut it. So, you know, I'm doing it kind of fast. But you can certainly take a little more time than I am, because I am not being very precise here. Eh? Because I got to get going. You see, that's why you don't do your mise en place while you're cooking. But I'm doing it because I want to show you how to do it. Otherwise, I would have everything ready. I don't start cooking until everything is ready. Period. Okay? So you see the eggplant skin, friends, like I say, you leave it there if you want. And it's not that big of a deal. I just don't think I don't care how long you cook it. It's tough sometimes, you know? So I was going to show you how to do zucchini, but all right, let's see how we're doing here on the heat. Where are we doing on the heat here? Look at this. Isn't it gorgeous? You see, you can never do this if you're poaching them, friends. You can never do them if you poach them. That's why you want to saute them in the pan. Look how beautiful they are. It's gorgeous, isn't it? What do we got here? We're looking for 365. We're not even close. What's going on here? Oh, no, it's centigrade. There you go. That's better. It was 170. I'm like, oh, hold a minute. I'm never going to get there. All right. We have it. Let's put it on. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch pan. That's to confuse Jack. Didn't mean to. We're going to do that, and we're going to do the same thing. Now you'll understand in a minute why I'm doing this, my friends. All right. So look, We are caramelizing the onion. So now the zucchini and the squash have a nice color. Now we're going to put the peppers. If you only have one color pepper, put one color pepper. If you don't have pepper, don't put the peppers. If you don't have it, don't put it in. It's very scientific. If you don't have it, it's not that big of a deal. You have it, great. It's not like, oh my goodness, I don't have the great red pepper, I can't do the recipe. You see, we're starting to look good. How are we doing over here? We're doing good. Let's see. Now the eggplant, my friends, they're going to soak up a lot of oil. So give them just a little more oil, and then that's it. You see, we're looking good. All right, so now, let's look at the fit. We're almost there. We're almost there. What's going to take your time, my friends, is the preparation, the mise en place. All right? We don't want to put too much moisture until we have some nice caramelization. We don't want no moisture. This is all moisture. We don't want to put that until we have beautiful caramelization. All right? So this is looking good. This is gonna need a little more cooking. And before I put in any more moisture in here, I want a little more caramelization. So friends, we're gonna take a little break. I gotta get this more caramelization, and then I'm gonna add the whole thing together. I'm gonna cook them all together. We're gonna wait for this to get some nice color. We're gonna get for this to get more color, and then we'll put the flavoring in it, and we'll finish it up when we let it cook. All right, so I'll see you in a minute. Okay, friends, smells amazing in here. I'm telling you, it smells amazing. I wish you could be here. It really, really is amazing. So look how beautiful the eggplants are. You see? This is what we're looking for, okay? We're looking for this caramelization. If you don't do that in a fry pan like this, you'll never do it. Meaning, it'll never get caramelized because it's too much moisture. If you put it in a pot like this is why I put it in a fry pan separate. So if you only want to use one pot at home, great, do one ingredient at a time. Because, yeah, if you put them all at once, it'll cook, but you'll miss that opportunity right here. You see, friends? You see right there that golden color? Right there, that is really, really important. I hope Jack has got the camera and he can show you, my friends. All right, so now we're going to give some flavoring. And we're going to put the garlic, right? I got about, what do you think, like 1.5 tablespoons of garlic. Don't be out there measuring it, take a few garlic cloves and put them in. And when you smell them, when you start to smell them, you put your fresh thyme or rosemary or oregano. Oregano would be delicious, right? When you smell them, okay, let me turn these guys off. When you smell them, the garlic, you put a little bit of herb de Provence. This you have to measure carefully, yeah? Right? And when you smell your garlic, my friends, when you smell them, you smell them, it smells fragrant, floral, soft, gentle, very aromatic, beautiful. Now you put your tomatoes. Now you put your moisture, my friend, because if you don't put the tomatoes now, and now you reduce your heat. Right? Now we're going to put everything in the pot, my friends. Look, we got the squash, the zucchini, the eggplant, everything in the pot, cherry tomatoes, and now we're going to put all this, my friends, and we're going to mix all this up, and we're going to let all this cook and be happy together. This is going to take a good hour and a half to cook until it all melts together and it's delicious. And then we'll finish the dish, my friends, putting this in the lasagna pan. Oh, mamma mia. The basil. I will put some of my basil now, and then I will save some of that basil for the end. So we'll have a basil, then we'll have cooked for an hour and a half. It's going to give you great fragrance. And then we'll have a basil, then we'll put at the end. So two level of flavor of the basil. And you see, not complicated. And this is going to go in the bottom of the a lasagna pan. And then on top of it, we're going to put these amazing smooth mashed potatoes. And we're going to bake the whole thing. Kind of like a shepherd's pie. Provençal shepherd's pie. There's no shepherd, no sheep. I'll be back when it's all nice and cooked and all the flavors and ingredients are married together. See you in a minute. Well, actually, in a little while. Okay, friends. Well, it only took about 45 minutes to an hour. Do it slowly, nice, and it smells amazing. So now at this point, my friends, you can certainly make a rice with this. You can make a orzo pasta. You can make a fettuccine, a linguine, a ziti pasta. Mix it all up and make a delicious pasta dish. But we're going to make it the way my mom used to make it, okay? So now we're going to put the rest of the basil right there. Remember now, it's very important when you cook the basil to leave some for the end because the fragrance that you get from basil that are just a little bit of heat releases a very floral flavor of the basil that is completely different than the flavor of the basil that is cooked for 45 minutes to an hour. The same delicious one, but they're different. This is fresher. This is, plus, I just love the flavor of it. All right, now, friends. Well, I take a little lasagna pan. It's a small dish. Oh, I left it here because I didn't want you to forget. I added some harissa. It's a little spicy hot sauce, Moroccan hot sauce. And I love it. You can find it I think I buy it at Publix. Publix has it, or Whole Food has it, grocery store. But any harissa that you can find, and it spells Harriss, Harissa, harissa. It's really wonderful. You put a little bit, they're spicy or mild. I put a little spicy in there. And be careful, sometimes it's very spicy, and sometimes not so spicy. So what we're going to do, we're going to put it in the lasagna pan, and I put a little butter in the lasagna pan first. You don't have to do that. By way, a little bit of harissa on my spatula right there, I can see it. So you put a little bit of butter in your lasagna pan. Certainly don't need to, but I'm going to put a little layer of mashed potato in the bottom. Then I'm going to put the ratatouille on top, and then more mashed potatoes. So butter and mashed potato, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? I'm telling you, it's delicious. This is really now. I admit it's a lot of prep, but you know it's something you can do. You can make a lot of it. And you can freeze it right there, 17 years in the freezer. You don't believe me? Believe me. All right, so look, guys, I got the potato right here. I put it in a pastry bag because it's easier. It looks more professional. But if you don't have a pastry bag, then just do it the best you can. You see, the pastry bag, it goes well right there like this, you see. It's just a little more efficient. Little cleaner, if you will. And then we're going to put the ratatouille on top. And voila, you stay. You want to let it keep like that, stay. And then we're going to put put a little bit of cheese in there. You can put the Parmigiano Reggiano or Pecorino Romano on top of it. Whatever cheese you like. And then we're going to take the ratatouille and we're just going to put it on top, my friends. You see, just very simple. Very, very simple like this, you see. And I'm telling you, this, my friends, is delicious. It smells amazing. It smells amazing. I am going to have way more than I need. But like I said, I'm very happy to freeze this. It freezes beautiful. And like I said, with a pasta, really simple, or rice, is also delicious. You can make it with anything you want, really. You can put it inside the tomatoes. You can put it inside the zucchini. You can put it inside a crepe. I mean, mamma mia. You can do so much with this. You see? And then we're gonna put it in the oven with a little cheese on it. Got a beautiful color. Let me have some room here to put the mashed potato in. Right there, right? And then we're gonna finish it up with more mashed potatoes. I hope I have enough of the mashed potatoes. I think I do. We're gonna go right in. And I'll give you all the recipes for that, of course. Look how beautiful and smooth that mashed potato is. Mashed potatoes got a lot of butter. Surprised. There we go. We're looking good, my friends. It's a little soft, the mashed potatoes, because it's got quite a bit of butter in there. But you see, and then we're going to pop this in the oven and get a nice crust on it. And that's all we really need, really. There you go. Since I got a little bit extra, why not, eh? I'm not going to waste it. Voila. So that's it, my friends. Your pecorino romano or your Reggiano Parmesan or whatever cheese you want to put on top. And we're just going to bake it. I got the oven going at 375 Fahrenheit until it's beautiful golden brown. And voila, this is it. You can make it all up to here right now and keep it in the fridge. And when you're ready for dinner, put it in a preheated oven and you're ready to go. Friends, I'll see you when I take it out of the oven. See you in a few minutes. Well, here it is, my friends. Look at this. I'm not testing it now. No. It is way too hot. So leave it in there. Like I say, you can put it in the fridge if you make it in the morning and just let it warm up slowly. Remember, when you cook something that has already been cooked, when you cook something, it's already been cooked. When you're reheating something, it's already been cooked. Remember the inside temperature, and what you do, you use one of them thermometers. And you reheat it, because everybody say, how long? Depends the oven, depends the size of the dish, depends how thick it is. Just reheat it until the inside is 155, 160 Fahrenheit. Because you can't eat more than that, because it's already cooked. All you want to do is heat it, reheat it to the temperature where you can enjoy it. So we're going to let it cool and a little bit, and when it's cold, then I come back and I give it a nice taste. Okay, so I see you in a little while. Okay, friends. It's cool enough, so I'm not going to burn myself. Remember, if you make it in advance, all you have to do is put it in the oven and reheat it to 155, internal temperature. So then you don't overcook it, and you cook it enough so it's hot. So I'm going to test it, just a little piece of it at that point. It's probably a little still too hot. I'm just going to have a little bit of it. Let me tell you something, the ratatouille with the ratatouille with a mashed potato. Amazing. It's going to be delicious. I just know it. Let me make sure it's not too hot. It's hot. But it is amazing. I'm telling you, my friends. Oh. I did it again. But it is amazing. Just wait until it's not so hot, otherwise you cry. My friends, I hope you make it. Remember, for all of you that are not subscribers, click subscribe to the channel. Thanks for coming. I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you real soon with another fantastic video. Thanks for watching, friends. Man, it is delicious. We gotta wait a little bit before you guys can eat it, because you're gonna burn yourself. I'm telling you, the mashed potato, that reminds me of my mom making it. It really does. Oh. We're gonna wait because it's too hot. Oh.